And good morning. It is Sunday morning, 9:55. I am completely unprepared, but I have had a shower. What do I look like? I didn't even look in the mirror. Okay, no blood. Sometimes I got stuff all over my face, and then you still watch. Weird. Coffee, cappuccino, actually. Caleb was here yesterday. We filmed a nice amp video. Thank you, Caleb, for coming over. And in the live stream, we already hinted at what's going on today. Tone color. I'm just going to freely talk about this without a lot of plan in my head, because I know what I want to say, which is technically a plan. Tone color is real. It's a real thing. Now, I know Glenn Fricker likes to talk about tonewood not being a thing, and there's tests where he strikes a D, and hey, Glenn, love ya. And then, pickups don't matter. And to the engineer later in the recording, it makes no difference, which is what he says. Tonally, sonically, frequency response-wise, it doesn't make a difference. And I don't know about that. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to say yes or no. My feeling says, let's not go there. Tonewood is real. I have many, many guitars, and there are very clearly some that are outstanding. Why are they outstanding? If it's not the pickups, if it's not the wood, why in the world are there so much better guitars? Guitars so good that everyone walking in the studio picks them up and says, that's one of the best guitars I've ever played. That's not just me. Anyway, but we're talking about tone color, which I think is the most important of aspects about a guitar. And I'm not joking. You think I'm joking. It's funny, tone color. Nope. Oh, it's getting hot in here. No, it is not. What lands on the recording, what is being played, is the most important thing, right? Now, how do you get there? You pick up a guitar and you play it. Glenn, as an engineer, cannot know what it would have sounded like, what would have been played, with what attitude, with what energy, with what intention, had the guy used a different guitar, because all he has is that guitar. And obviously with tone color, you cannot make a blind test. That's literally impossible. That's not dissing the blind. It's just, you can't. Doing the test with blind people would be very interesting, actually, but you'd have to be blind. Let me illustrate. I give you this guitar, okay? I'm not a fan of sunburst at all. And there's several aspects happening here. There's I don't like that headstock aspect. There's that's a big thing. People hate headstocks. It's not color, but it's visuals. There's that's not a Fender aspect, which absolutely plays into it in a positive or negative way. There's this is aged, okay? It's all scratched up aspect. And this is a sunburst guitar aspect. So what I'm going to say applies to all of these things. Stick with the sunburst for now. I give you this and say, go ahead and play something. If you are a decently versatile guitar player, what are you going to do? You're going to go high gain and do Metallica on it? No. Well, why not? Why the fuck not? Because it's a Strat? What if this thing was stealth black satin? Would you immediately play higher gain sounds on it? Likely. So the first thing you're likely going to do with this is something clean, something bluesy, right? With a I don't care attitude, because it's beat up, you're going to look at the neck, it's all beat up. You're going to dig in. You're going to play dirty. If there's extra notes in there, like, little string sounds or whatever, you even want those. You're not going to care, because the story of this guitar that is in front of you tells you it's seen some things. Whether real things or imagined things doesn't matter, because it's obviously, relicking. But your attitude's going to be, this thing is going to be dirty, bluesy, raunchy, open cleans. Are you going to go and shred the shit out of it with arpeggios? If you're thinking Malmsteen, maybe. But the point is, the way the guitar looks immediately pushes you in a certain direction. And even though we should be above this, we're not. Even I walk around the room going like, what am I going to pick? This is the guitar that will do these jobs. And I think this guitar will do certain jobs because of the look. Now, I'll give you this guitar. Are you going to play bluesy with it? Forget the 7-string aspect, okay? What are you going to do? It's got a pointy headstock, so immediately you're like, that's heavier because it's pointy. I mean, the McMullen's pointy. But look at the color. This is very clearly, that's brutal. What if that Strat that I had just shown you had that paint job? Would you play bluesy things on it? Would you go low gain and try Stevie Ray Vaughan on it? If it had that paint job? Fuck no, you wouldn't. More questions. 2 beautiful 7-strings. Right? I mean, beautiful 7-strings. Look at the Ash, the Wenge. This is an elegant John Brown Tao from Schecter. This is a Legator Alex the Terrible signature. Which one is more brutal? Which one is more evil? Do you not think that even though both are 7-strings and both are technically meant to do the same thing, that on one of them you will approach it in a more brutal attitude, in a this has to be evil, this has to be mean, this has to be dissonant? Will you not play even the slightest bit differently on one of these just because of the assumptions you have about what it is as a tool? Right? I don't know, maybe. Let's go back to the Strat. I like blue guitars. Now imagine this with a beautiful flame maple top, high gloss, blue to turquoise, very elegant PRS style guitar. And here's a guitar player, and I give him this and say play something. And then I will give the same guitar player the high gloss flame maple Strat. It's not normal for a Strat. For a Super Strat or boutique Strat, yes, people make those, but Fender usually doesn't. Sometimes they do, but Fender usually doesn't have a nice flame top high gloss. They just don't do that. But imagine this guitar had that. Would you dig in the same way? Would you play dirty, filthy blues licks? Or would you play more elegant things? Would you try to do a Steve Lukather on it? Would you try to do more nice open 9-11 chords? Because that's kind of what the look of the guitar tells us. And I'm sure very few of us are above this. And we will play whatever the fuck we want to play. But I'm pretty sure most of us are not. That the look of the guitar, primarily color, I think, but also, I mean, of course, colors matter. Look, red cars are more expensive to insure. Why? Because people think they drive more aggressively in red cars. Green is the color of hope. How many green guitars are out there? Not an awful lot. Why is that? Do you play differently on a green guitar? If you have a Les Paul and it's that, yellowish, whatever you want to call it, sunset, whatever, dirty lemon something, that tells you, oh, this is a classic guitar. I'll play classic licks on it. Okay? You make that thing black, oh, all of a sudden you will approach it differently. The approach and the attitude towards it will make you play it and write with it differently. Therefore, what lands on the recording, which is important for Mr. Fricker, is different. You simply cannot hear the difference, A-B, because you will never know what would have been played with a different guitar. Okay, and of course, once the guitar player knows that that's what's being tested, they will play the same thing. But if you don't know, you will go to a tool that in your head fulfills a certain job. And that job is being, that's not the sentence, I don't know, that you go to a certain tool and what you pick is going to be influenced by what you think it will do. What you think it will do is being influenced by what it looks like and your assumptions about it. So I got this rather nice Schecter Diamond Series over there. I don't know why they sent it to me. They sent me the John Browns, which I wanted. And I did ask for a Nick Johnson custom shop in the beautiful Arctic Flame something, Arctic Frost. And because I have the Nick Johnson triple single coil Strat, I've got the PT, the Tele, and they are some of my favorite guitars. And I really want the HSS version because I think it would be one of my favorite guitars ever, especially in that color, because blue guitars sound better, which we now, I think, covered, right? If you think they sound a certain way. So they sent me this, and I have no idea why. And I opened this, and really no offense to Schecter, I love that they did this. It's a pretty cool guitar, no idea why a Diamond Series comes in a case. But I opened it, and I was like, this is possibly one of the ugliest grandma guitars I've ever seen. So, let me show you. And even though roasted maple locking tuners, big trem block, I mean, even though this is likely a very, very cool guitar, I haven't even given it the time of day. It's literally the first time I'm taking it out of the case. Why is that? Because it plays badly? No. It's set up phenomenally. I mean, holy crap. I have not given this any chance. Literally never took a pick to it. Big sound, okay. But why? Because I really don't gel with the grandma kitchen table look. The dark brown woods, to me, it's not pretty. I would, if I was going to record with this, unless I really jump over my own shadow. We say this in German, I don't know if we say this in English. Über den eigenen Schatten springen. Unless I really forced myself, I would assume that this isn't a guitar I enjoy playing. This isn't a guitar that will make me, that inspires me a certain way. And inspiration is everything. Therefore, let's cut this short because I got to go to Mario from Troop Workshop and get an amp repaired that I broke. Prototype amp that comes out in January and I broke it. If you think mahogany plays a certain way and sounds a certain way, and you pick up a mahogany guitar because you will record a part that you think is going to be warmer and thicker and fatter, whether that's true or not, is beside the point, because you think that. That means you will play big chords. You will play the chords that you think the guitar will do best. Therefore, you're recording the part that you need to record with that guitar. If you think bare knuckles do this better than Häusels, and they're more aggressive, even though bare knuckle has beautiful low gain pickups, and you're picking up your bare knuckle equipped guitar, or you're putting bare knuckles in it, whatever, but that makes you approach the music you make with it differently, then pickups have a different sound. Obviously they have a different sound, but different enough, who cares? If you pick up the blue guitar because it inspires you, you are more eager to play it. You're digging in more. If you're picking up the beat up guitar and the really relic one, because it makes you jump around and just, be more rockin' with it and dirty and filthy, because you think, I can't break this guitar anyway, then it's done its job to inspire you in a certain direction. Does the tone change? Of course the tone changes. Your fingers change, your attack changes, therefore different tone. If the color changes the way you play, it changes the tone. Pickup angle, where you pick, vibrato, that's all tone. So therefore, tone color is absolutely a real thing. Now go nuts in the comments. If you're buying anything, please use my links. Don't use Honey. That takes affiliate earnings away from influencers. Please uninstall the Honey app. That's evil. Other than that, Play your guitar whatever color it has and enjoy the living fuck out of it. Happy Sunday.
There's a puzzle in my mind, and I like the final piece. Lost it on the way, a price I have to pay. Gotta read between the lines, there is no rest and no release till I solve the case. Gotta save my